and welcome back. Today we have this new projector from Mudix or Mudix. I don't know how to pronounce that. So let me know how to pronounce that in the comment section. But we're gonna check this one out. I'm actually pretty stoked. I'm gonna have more detailed videos on my streaming channel, so make sure you guys do check it out over there too. Okay, let's jump straight into this. Here is the projector. Actually pretty stoked. I was looking for like the keystone and it didn't look like it had one. But it's all built in digitally, which is nice. So I'm going to show you guys that in the video. In the back, you do have a IR receiver right there, the headphone jack, HDMI, two USBs. They look like they're going to be 2.0s, and then power. Other than that, pretty simple. You have your power button here, turn off and on. Do not look into the lens, obviously, because this thing is a giant eyeball. And then at the bottom, it does have a little port right here, which most projectors do. The one thing I wasn't expecting to receive was an actual stand for it, which was kind of cool. It's just a little tiny stand. Now, the only thing I would say negative about this thing is when you do have it, you can't adjust the legs a certain angle, because the second you put a little bit of weight on it, it goes flush. Good idea, good concept, just so that way it's not just hanging out there on the floor. But this one does have rubbered feet, which I kind of prefer this. This one does have the rubber feet also, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, just extra. If you guys want to maybe put it outside, I can see that. But the only issue I have with this is I can't angle it up. So if I have it flat, or if I'm using this, I can't angle it. So it's the only thing, and then I can't angle the lens. There's no little peg. Normally there's like a little tiny peg that will come out and I could angle it, but there's no angle for that on this one. Now they do give you a HDMI cable, not bad. They do have a power cable, so it's split into two with your base. And then your outlet, you just plug it in just like this, and then that's it. Plug and play, pretty simple. And then you do have your remote, which I will give you guys a little bit of a rundown when I set this one up. It doesn't come with batteries, so keep that in mind. 2 AA batteries is what you're going to need. But the remote doesn't feel like your typical like basic remote that everybody has. This one's slightly different. And then these are your 2 focus buttons, which you kind of need this remote to focus this thing. So if you do use an extra remote, just keep that in mind. Okay, let's go ahead and set this thing up and then see how it works. Okay, so now that we have it plugged in, we're all ready to go. You have your video, your music, which you have to have a USB connected. I don't have a USB connected, which is fine, but it's kind of redundant to do video and music when they both open the exact same spot. So yeah, I'm not sure why they have it there. Now Office, I could see why people might use this for the office, and they might have Word, Excel, and stuff like that. Personally, just connect the laptop to it and you're fine. So this is kind of weird. Images does the same thing that video and music does, where it just opens up the USB. So these are just empty spaces that do the exact same thing. Now, when I'm going to touch on HD, which is your HDMI, in a minute, you do have your folder. When you open up your folder, this is going to show your storage, UPN, NFS, your landline. So if you want that, that's fine. Screen mirroring. This is actually pretty simple to screen mirror. When you open this, it's going to have 2 different options. Please make sure that your device remains in the same landline, the same Wi-Fi, and search the device name on your phone. This is for iOS, Mac. It has instructions specifically for that. So there it is, simple. Hit no, which is weird. I don't know why it says no. Then you have Android OS, which has slightly different instructions. Miracast, turning off the app, waiting for connection. You could miracast your phone into the device. So pretty simple and easy on how to do. So just follow the instructions there. When it comes to settings, you have to connect your network and internet. So this is for your casting. The only reason why you would need your internet for. Your device preferences, It has your about, but again, doesn't have too much information. Bluetooth, you can set up different Bluetooth accessories, speakers, stuff like that. Signal is definitely misspelled wrong, so yeah, the company needs to fix that if they're going to mass produce these things. It just goes over to the HDMI port. That's it. I'm going to hit the home button one more time on my remote. I'm going to go back to settings, and then the last source here is just going to be reset. Now, if you go to display adjustment, this is how you could adjust your up, down, left, right, however you want to do it. If you want to be very picky, this is how you could adjust every specific point, that point, that point, that point, that point. Whole scaling, this is nice because you could actually control the entire size, make it smaller or bigger. I'll show you guys this right now. So very, very simple. It just makes it smaller or bigger. So it's going to come standard, like however you have it set up with no zoom. Pretty nice. And then keystone correction, I like this option because it does adjust the left, right, up, down side. So I did a more detailed video on my Rohas Tech channel to check out. Now, the thing here is, I'm going to show you guys here the remote. Down here at the bottom is the F plus and F minus. If I hit F plus, it's going to start focusing. And I could adjust the focus. If I hit F minus, it's going to, again, adjust the focus, which isn't bad. There is a settings button here towards the bottom, which, again, I don't understand why the settings button is there because it does nothing. Volume works good. You can see it in the background. And this option here is going to open up your HD port, your HDMI port, which is kind of weird. Now, I'm going to show you guys something here that a lot of people might have an issue with. When you have your Fire Stick plugged in, most of us, if not all of us, under audio, display and audio under audio, surround sound device is normally on best available. Now, when you do this, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. When you do this, and you're coming here and you don't hear a clicking sound, some of us don't have the click sound to begin with, but if you do come to Netflix, Disney Plus, YouTube, whatever it is, what happens is there's no sound at all. And it's kind of like, it's frustrating because you don't know why that issue is. Now, I'm using right now my Fire Stick remote here. This is the 4K, and I'm going to come right over here, back to settings, back to display and sounds. And when I come here to audio, I got to go to surround sound, move it to PCM. Now, if I click up, down, now you hear the audio. If you come to display, some people are going to say, this might not look 4K. It's because the projector is pulling 1080p at 60 hertz and 1080p at 50 hertz. That's why. That's the max quality. So let's go back to YouTube and test that audio again. Kicking the tree. Take one. So there you go. There's the audio coming on. So just keep that in mind when you are messing with this stuff. If you are moving or adjusting your Fire Stick from TV to TV, then you might have to adjust this to best available, or to whatever it is. Or if it's going to permanently be on this device, then PCM should work just fine. Now, the other thing here is I do have that Fire Stick connected. And when I do click on this remote, the source, it doesn't go back to my home. It stays here at HDMI. It stays here on my Fire Stick. So it's kind of frustrating that it doesn't just swipe over. I have to use this bottom button here for home to adjust over back to my projector screen. So pretty simple and basic. It works really, really good. And everything is just a plug and play. And I hope you guys appreciated today's episode. Yeah, it was pretty good. Again, I don't know what this button's here for in the middle. And you can see this one, the settings button didn't do anything either. So just a couple little quirks that they just needed to like figure out why. Like something simple like this button not do nothing. Why? This thing, I have it flat on the ground, but I might want to post it up. Like most people like to angle this guy up. So little tiny things like that they need to figure out. And then same thing with the Fire Stick. It should just automatically pull it up, but I have to move it to PCM. So I have a lot of details on the streaming channel. Lots of pros and cons for this projector. And yeah, it's a good, easy plug and play, just very basic projector. It doesn't have like Android built in. It's just you plug in your Fire Stick, you plug in whatever you want to plug in, and then you're good to go. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this projector. Shoot me an email, rohasentertainment@gmail.com, if you're interested in this one that I have. I will leave links in the description below. And yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, hit that thumbs up. If you are a brand new member here, consider to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. With all that being said, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.